Anything that people can do? I've heard a lot about this. Actually, I'm going to go do plasma exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Therapeutic plasma exchange.
And is there anything people can do to clean their blood or clean their system out with
Yes.
prior vaccinations?
Yeah. So there are less expensive versions and there are very expensive versions. Plasma exchange is expensive. That's called therapeutic plasma exchange or total plasma exchange. And essentially what they do there, and I've had it done, feels amazing, by the way, is they pull your blood out, they run it through a machine, they separate your plasma from your whole blood, and they actually take your plasma out and they replace it with sterile albumin. And so you actually replace the plasma with albumin, which is a sterile fluid that's safe to replace your plasma with. Because in your plasma, aside from platelets and other things, are mold spores, mycotoxins, if you have them, viral pathogens, heavy metals, glyphosate. You'll find microplastics, and also spike protein. There are lots of things in your plasma that kind of hang out in the plasma that can be pro-inflammatory and cause consequences down the road. And by exchanging the plasma, the theory is that you can get rid of a lot of those consequences. There is also Dr. McCullough formulated an over-the-counter capsule that has nattokinase, bromelain, and thymulin in it, which are very safe. And these are ways of binding spike protein and carrying it out of the body. You can actually see urinary spike protein levels drop after taking these, and they're inexpensive. They're regular over-the-counter, and there are formulations for spike protein detox. You can even Google spike protein detox, and you'll find ones with nattokinase, bromelain, and the thymulin in them. Those are the higher quality spike protein detoxifications. And you can do pre and post urine spike protein analyses, and you can actually see that you've reduced it.
Wow.
If you have severe long hauler COVID syndrome, and this is not FDA approved, but I've seen the clinical evidence on it. There are clinics outside the United States, some in Tijuana, other parts of the world, where you can do a blood filtration, which is similar to very similar to dialysis, right? Where you take blood out of one side of the body, you put it back in the other body, and it either runs through carbon filtration or heparin binding filters, or other types of filters, and then it puts the plasma and blood back into the body, and it actually can pull certain toxic chemicals out. So there's plasma exchange, which I've done. There's blood filtration, which you do generally outside the United States, which I have not done yet, but I'm doing it in December, just for general longevity purposes. And then there are over-the-counter spike protein detox you can take with the nattokinase, the bromelain, the thymulin.
Wow. Thank you, Gary.
You're awesome.
On that note,
Take another quick break.
let's take a quick break.